I was a roofing foreman forever, so I
Okay.
worked construction stuff basically my whole life.
Okay.
So I know how to measure a roof and all that stuff. And the only thing I'm totally or not completely sure about is like the insurance side of it, stuff like that, meeting with the insurance adjusters and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. So you've got experience. That's right, because Brent told me you've got a ton of experience with roofing over like 10 years or something like that, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's kind of where your value comes in. So that's what we're going to be communicating to customers so that they're not just like, well, don't I just pick anyone? You're like, no. Because remember, sometimes they say, oh, I have a roofer. But let's look at you 2 months ago. If they called you to help them with an insurance claim, you have tons of experience with the roofing side of it. But
Right.
what would have happened?
Nothing. I could have just did the roof and I wouldn't have been able to communicate with the insurance company.
Exactly. So if the insurance company, like, you just, and it's just because you're not actually at that point, you weren't into the storm restoration side of things. And
Right.
so this is brilliant, Rick. This is so great because you have such a unique perspective to offer people. Now, if somebody says, oh, I have a roofer, it's like, Mrs. Jones, that is so funny that you're saying that. And I can totally appreciate that. 3 months ago, that's what I was just a roofer. I put on roofs.
Right.
I know roofs inside and out. Ask me anything about the technical side or the product knowledge. I know it like the back of my hand. I could put a roof on in my sleep with, you know, drunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at that time, I knew nothing about this claims process. And that's the difference between a storm restoration specialist and just a roofer. A roofer can put a roof on. They don't know anything about handling the paperwork, doing the insurance negotiations, making sure you get paid properly, identifying hail damage, all that stuff. Okay.
Right.
So that's going to be kind of the unique perspective that you're going to be able to relay to them as well, and make sure that you're delivering what kind of value you're communicating, why you're necessary in this claims process so that they hire you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's terrific. That's
I,
it.
yeah. Yeah. I see where it's coming from with that. I just got to basically, if somebody does say something that I have a roofer already, it's we're not just roofers, we're storm specialists. So we're gonna
Exactly.
be able to communicate with the insurance company to make sure everything's taken care of the correct way instead of the cheapest price.
Bingo. Because a
Yeah.
customer really shoots themselves in the foot when they don't know any better and they have their roofer give them a bid because they're like, oh, $10,000. Well, and we're using that as an arbitrary figure, like just a round number because it's easy. It's like, oh, well, if this guy can do it for 7,000, well, then they're still paying the exact same $1,000 to get a $7,000 roof instead of a $10,000 roof.
Which I guess makes sense and why it's better to have us do an estimate prior to them going to the insurance company so they don't just accept a bid from the insurance company and have to go find a contract.
Exactly. And there's so much that you're going to learn, Rick, here in the next upcoming weeks because we put together an Xactimate estimate to meet with that adjuster. But
Okay.
we do, and I don't want to dive too deep here, but 9 times out of 10, insurance company is going to give you an estimate and we're going to make it higher because it's not right. Almost every time.